Sweet. All right, I will call to order the Wednesday, April 8th, 2026 Conservation Commission meeting at 6 PM. In attendance, Anthony Zampacini, Elizabeth Stoughton, Jason Gumpert, Thomas O'Brien, and Megan Logan.
Approval of the minutes. 3/11/2026 open session minutes.
Do we have a chance to read them?
Yes.
Any questions, changes?
Motion to approve the 3/11/2026 Conservation Commission minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes.
Approval of minutes, 3/25/2026 open session minutes.
Everyone had a chance to read those?
Yep.
Questions on that?
No. I make a motion to approve the 3/25/2026 Conservation Commission open session minutes.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Passes.
All right, I'll make a motion to take the notice of intent, NOI 2026-01, out of order and put it first.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, so the notice of intent, NOI 2026-01, notice of intent at 0 Nelson Street, Assessor's Parcel ID 2C-45-299 for the construction of a single-family home subject to the Wetlands Protection Act 310 CMR 10.0 and Wetlands Bylaws, Chapter 424, Wetlands Protection, applicant Ted Bukowski, 1307 Tinkham Road, Wilbraham, Mass. 01095, continued from 11/2026.
Go ahead.
Everyone again, Mike Petras, Engineering Land Solutions. I brought the larger scale plans. I don't know if you folks want them or the smaller scale.
Yeah, you can give them to Alex.
Yeah.
And we'll use them for the
Yeah,
the next,
There's 4 copies there.
great, thank you.
version and then say we're going to continue.
Yeah, that, if that's how you want to do it, that,
Yeah, so just so everybody knows, we did a site visit tonight and we received new information on Monday, which we've not had a chance to go over as a commission yet. We haven't been able to read it yet. So all we're going to discuss for this property is erosion controls in place for now, and then we're going to continue everything until the next meeting on the 22nd, just so you're aware. Okay. So I think we wanted to talk about putting erosion control measures in place now, before anything even starts, just to prevent that whole hillside from kind of eroding down into the stream.
Okay,
And-
we want to locate them. Can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think at the top where the street is, like at the roadway. And then, where is it? Where's the? So straw wattles up here, at the roadway, so there's rain going down the property.
Sure.
And then, like at where the retention wall would be potentially, straw wattles there. Is that what we're thinking? Or further? So silt fence, straw wattles, yeah.
Yep.
And then someone had mentioned an erosion blanket as well for the side. What do you guys think about that? Just to keep it intact
Especially
until
over by this house and
everything
up
is,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, the erosion blanket, I would just caution against. We could backfill it, but what I would ask the commission to consider, straw wattles, silt fence, and if we know that there's a problem after a storm, we will address it. Because to stabilize that bank when we're gonna disturb it,
Yeah, I don't think
During
erosion
construction.
makes sense.
I,
And because the erosion's really just in the center of that lot where it's picking up speed. So you're gonna stop it from the impervious surface of the road, stall it there, and then with that lower, wattles, that should,
yeah.
my opinion only.
Yeah, and I mean, if the commission, I can get you a plan with the existing conditions marked up, we'll just indicate where we're gonna put it as per your discussion here.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, whatever.
The silt fence, the top and the bottom?
Right. Are we putting walls behind that? So
I would,
here on the street?
yeah, is that, just the silt fence or silt fence and wattles, guys?
I can't.
Both.
Both?
In
both?
both places or just at the top?
Wait, up
I think
here?
it's.
I'd go both
So at the
places.
street and then where the retention wall is, where it's on the
marked.
plan. Yeah, just as a preventative measure.
I would say the retention wall. I mean,
Silt fence and wattles,
yeah, I mean, at the top,
yeah.
once it's,
Definitely on.
and the house is there.
Well, right, this is just pre-construction for now while we're going through all this, just to prevent any runoff from going and eroding further while it's not stable.
Yeah, I mean, it's deep, but it's, I don't
I would
think
almost put,
it's necessary at the top.
put hay at the top, because you just want to slow it,
Sure.
right? And the silt fence is going to dam it, and then it's going to deflect it either right or left.
Yeah.
And then it's going to create erosion at some other point. So maybe straw bales at the top and then silt fence and bales at the bottom where the retention wall is going to be.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we can maintain that line, so at least it's permanent in a sense. And then we could, as you mentioned, the hay bales, or we could do straw wattles in that channel. So as check dams, so that would really slow it down, because we can do multiple out of, or we can do it however.
How far is that? The closest point of the stream, say from here to there.
I think it's 27 feet, right? The wall to
Yeah,
the closest point of the wetlands.
Yeah, 20,
28,
I've got the plan here that if you guys want it for your
I
file.
wanted to pull it back.
Okay.
And I know last time we discussed, I could give it to you just to consider more information. This is part of the package, but I didn't bring it in print, the retaining wall layout. If you guys want it to review, you're more than welcome to have it.
Oh, yeah, we can take it to
yeah, I
have
think that'd be
for
helpful,
next meeting.
Okay. Alex, to distribute, or do you want him to?
Oh, you can pass them out here, no?
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, because I'll
think
call my me
there's-
to read it.
Yep, there's 5 of each. I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
See how much
Same plan.
chemically inclined.
Right, yeah.
Just take a picture.
Get those apart. Okay.
I think we can discuss the retaining wall at the next. Continue.
So we can do
I think we just need to agree on the,
the erosion measures.
yep, the erosion measures. 422.
So what do you do, make a motion to continue the erosion control measures to be installed by X date?
Yeah.
What do you think, is it, will a week do?
I believe so. A week, yep, he can definitely have them in a week.
So that's what's the date?
That's 15.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'll make a motion, we continue notice of intent NOI 2026-01 to our next meeting,
April 22nd,
April 26th with
22nd.
Wait a second.
April 22nd, excuse me, with the understanding that the erosion control measures as stated, hay bales across the street to stop the runoff from the impervious surface, and then hay bales and wattles along the line of the to-be-built retention wall by Wednesday, April 15th.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks, you.
All right, request for certificate of compliance, file 150-0459. Request for partial certificate of compliance at 4, 6, 8, and 10 Happy Acres Lane, assessors parcel ID 54-60-28, comma 3A, comma 4A, comma 5A, applicant Bedrock Financial LLC, PO Box 79, East Long Meadow, Mass. 01028.
Is this,
Their limit of work is, they're not actually done constructing. I went out there, but their limit of work is outside of any of our jurisdictions, so they can apply for a certificate.
are these the lots on the others
There's yeah, the last page of what I put together's got,
side?
it's all probably out of order now because we went out of order.
So if I'm looking at this, it's,
Which of the parcels, oh, it's four
Which
parcels,
is-
it's those four parcels that are outlined in blue.
where's the main road?
Up at the top of the plan,
Yep, the, oh, so
and then the yellow line's the wetland, so their limit of work is outside of the 100-foot buffer.
so this, if you go, if you're walking in, it's
On the left.
all to the left, and that's all, because the wetland is on the other side, right, on the right?
Yeah, so the 100-foot buffer I have in yellow.
I have it upside down.
So if you're coming in this way, on the left.
Okay, got it, yep.
So oh yeah, you got it outlined in yellow?
All- Yeah. Yeah, those ones are all out. Sorry, here, yep. Sorry.
I can make, if anyone had anything else, I can make a motion to approve request for partial certificate of compliance, 150-0459.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
All right. Sweet. Want us to sign that first?
Yeah, just so we don't forget, right?
Wait, this. This. Make my agenda.
First one? Copies.
Oh. Which road, you know where
Yeah.
Countryside Store is? Right after Countryside Store, there's,
Oh, no, sorry, this is the, we don't have they didn't submit the plans with this?
all right, so this would be, this would, right out.
When is that?
Road,
Huh?
It looks like Hidden Ponds, yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they submitted,
right here,
talk about it when we open the public hearing.
the Countryside Store's right here. So it comes down, this is the. old
The
same
big
property.
church.
Oh, that's a little bit, that's further up.
Further down, oh,
That's a,
Yeah, you signed both copies, right?
past that,
Oh, yeah.
Countryside Store's right here, and then this is Hamden Road. It cuts over to Hamden. Just after Hamden Road on your left, road that I cannot remember the name
Two,
of.
but he's signing.
And they built this whole development down here as well.
He's got it, yep. It's they're separate.
Just
They're
one
both-
on this?
Yep, just the one signature page. Sweet.
All right, next item on the agenda, request for determination of applicability. RDA 2026-02, request for determination of applicability at 12 Hidden Ponds Drive, East Long Meadow, Mass. 01028, assessors parcel ID 23-77-6 for whether the area and activities are subject to jurisdiction under the Wetlands Protection Act and local wetlands bylaws. Applicant Global Homes Properties LLC, 38 Lewis Road, Springfield, Mass. 0118.
Thanks, Jason.
1.
Did I say 2 ones?
It's a lot of ones.
Hi there.
How are you?
Okay. Paul Smith, representing the owners of the lot there.
Great.
Okay. So we've all had a minute to look at the plan and have seen it.
Yep.
So we've kept the house well outside the 100-foot buffer zone and proposing a work limit line with silt fence outside of the 50, as shown there, between the 50 and the 100 in section and crossing the lot there. The lots on either side are both developed. We picked that work limit line kind of as a straight line between the
Yep.
work limit line next door of each of the two lots, kind of weird.
Is the original delineation of the wetlands still, the markers still out there and the permanent limiter work markers still exist?
I didn't see any markers out there, just
There's supposed to be permanent limit of work. I live in that neighborhood, that's why I'm asking.
in originally or after we do this project?
Originally, they're supposed to still be there. There should be,
I don't think they'd be on the left side of that street, though.
no, they put them in every lot. He had to. That was a condition for him to get the parcel certificates for everybody else. They should be there. I mean, they might be buried by now.
Where did they establish the permanent limit at the 100-foot buffer line?
No.
It was different for each lot, yeah.
That, I remember, like, that was the one where we went from 50 to 25 feet.
In some of them, yeah, we did. On that side of the road, though, I don't know if we did.
I don't, yeah, on that side of the road, I can't remember, but I know on the pond side. The
pond side we did.
Pond side,
So I would assume.
We did.
Plans we were given didn't show any work limit line, just showed a wetland line, to be honest with you, in the buffers.
Okay.
I had some
I mean-
plans, I had some plans emailed to me from the commission that didn't.
Oh, no, totally fine. They're supposed to be there. They're the.
Oh, no, yeah, I know.
He used the white concrete columns is what he used for all the other lots, so maybe they're buried someplace.
Yeah, that could be in the brush there. It's pretty,
It's pretty gross.
last time I was there, it was like 2 feet of snow, so
Yep.
I'm sure I wouldn't, unless I hit it with my shins, I wouldn't have found
Would
them.
not have found them, exactly.
So for this next RDA, would we be required to set a few along what we're proposing as the limit of work line? If it differs from that, or,
If their permanent ones are not there now, they'd need to be installed at the end of construction.
okay,
Yeah. It's part of the overall order of conditions on the entire development is that those permanent limit of work markers have to be installed for all the lots.
okay. Is there a plan that shows those, where the work limit line is on this lot?
It
gotta
should,
be.
it has to be.
Otherwise I-
No, it
No,
should,
because
in the
it's-
original, I mean, it should exist in the original, what do you call it?
If there's a work limit line approved, then why am I here? Quite honestly, I'm asking for a work limit line.
No,
If it's already been through a notice of intent, why are we here again?
well, the whole development was under notice of intent, but every house had to go in before and do specifically for each lot specifically. But there was an overall limit that was established for the neighborhood subdivision as a whole. And it's been established, the neighborhood's been there now for 5 years.
Yeah, this is a lot, like I said.
Yeah.
Last, but one of the last.
It is, no, it is the last one, yep. But this, we also have to make sure that wherever the house was going to be put on it is not past or
Right.
approaching, and the wetlands change over time, obviously, so just make sure that, they're still there.
A closer spot here that's the pretty distinct there. Walk down another step and you're gonna fall. It's that steep downs.
It is, it's a huge hill back there.
Yeah.
Is there work planned up to that proposed limit of work line?
Potentially with a lawn or a shed or whatnot, nothing at this minute, but we're gonna have a lawn, of course.
I mean, it's
Yeah, so I mean, everything,
outside the.
it's even beyond the 50-foot buffer.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's where it's there, right? Yeah.
Beyond the 50-foot buffer?
Yeah, you see
The
the,
50.
No, I am well outside the 50-foot buffer all the way around.
no,
This is the 100, this is the 50?
Yeah, the 50 is here, the 100's here.
Yeah, 150, so it's,
It's sort of between them.
So the lawn would.
I'm outside.
And,
What's that, sorry?
We're outside the 50
Outside.
buffer, yes.
yeah, the lawn would be within the 100.
Couple of points. That closes one point.
Like a portion of the lawn would be within the 100-foot buffer.
Yeah.
But not in the 50-foot buffer.
Yeah, I mean, is there any tree removal? Are there any native plants that are going to be removed within that 100-foot buffer, that up to that limit of
I don't
work
think
line?
there's any trees on that.
I don't think there's many left. I brought the current aerial.
It was cleared way back
That
when
thing
they.
was-
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
please.
Yeah, this is, I just printed this today when I came in, and
Yeah.
I drew this up over the winter, honestly, so. There's the abutters fence there, and
Yep.
then there's the big hill here, and then there's this guy's shed.
Yep.
The next neighbor's shed, so I basically kind of,
Yep.
in the winter, drew that, but if there's a work limit line already established that's closer to the wetlands that I'm proposing, I would
It would be,
like to use
it
that.
would be back here someplace. I'd have to go look at the original plans. It's back here somewhere.
Yeah, I would like to put that on the plan, and if we have the ability to use more land, we definitely.
Alex, you got the
Explain that.
determinations, like the verbiage of the determinations? I thought it was on this application.
Here,
Yeah, it's on the first page for the verb.
it's on page,
Well, negative 3 is on here.
Yeah, I know that, but
where's the,
where's the verbiage? It
other-
should be on the
other
application.
ones?
It's on the, so they checked off questions on the application, but there's on this sheet, there's the one that just, I put the verbiage for the determination that says that the house is outside of the jurisdiction and that they're not going to be altering the area in a way that affects it, but it also gives you the ability to add any special conditions you feel are necessary.
Is there any tree removal plan?
I don't think so, I got the photo there, I don't believe.
Yeah, so on here, this line is, you drew it like here, to
Yeah.
go between the two houses.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's mostly just brush at this point. When I was there in the summer, it was going up over your head, and then I was there in the winter.
This is all of this has been cleared.
Right.
There were trees. There were 2 trees planted here by the developer because every lot got 2 trees. So I don't know if those will end up staying or not. Those were required by the subdivision plans.
In the front, on
Yeah, there's
the,
2 that, I don't know if they're still alive, but there are 2 maples that are there that are in the ground.
maybe, I thought,
Well,
maybe not,
there was another neighbor who removed his and they dumped him on that lot.
okay. Like I said, there was a lot of snow there.
Yeah, but there should be 2 that are there that are, when they were originally planted, when the neighborhood was put in. That's actually part of the subdivision plan. They have to have 2 trees in the front yard.
Sure.
Just so you know that they're there. But then behind that, I don't think there's much. It's a lot of brush.
Yeah.
Because he cleared all the lots when he, before anything was built.
No one's been, has anyone else been there recently?
I mean, I live on the next street. It's my neighborhood. But, I mean, welcome to drive up there. It's very open. Because the pond is on this side.
Yeah.
The quarry's on this side over here.
Okay.
So what do you think, Liz? You want to close the public hearing?
I don't think so, unless you guys have more questions for,
Anybody?
Nope.
I don't have any more.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
oh, I'm sorry.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Can you come up and?
You need to come up and state your name and,
My name is Allison Ziegler, and I just had a question about the Nelson Street plot.
okay, we're actually discussing a totally separate property. You'll have to wait until after we finish this public hearing, and then we can answer your questions.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
That public hearing got continued.
It did get
Yeah,
continued,
so-
yeah. So we can answer a question that you have that's not, that's necessarily related, but we did close that public hearing because it's continued to next
Yeah,
meeting.
so she got to present.
Because we had information that was given to us just on Monday that we haven't had a chance to review yet.
So it's all continued till,
This has nothing to do with Nelson Street.
that's
No,
correct.
this is Hidden Ponds Drive.
Nelson Street got continued to the next meeting.
The 22nd.
Meeting.
You can, but if it's anything to do that's like going to affect the hearing, we can't answer you.
Well, I just wanted to ask, just because I have a copy of the notice of intent, I'm happy to come back there if that's.
Well,
But,
can we,
I mean,
let us
it
just
was-
finish
it's-
with Hidden
it's been
Ponds
continued.
first, and we can, yeah.
All right. I made a motion
Hold
to
on.
close the
A
public
motion
hearing.
now.
Okay, yeah.
Doing it over, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Second.
All those in favor?
I'll make a motion to issue a -3 determination with the following condition that the landowner locates the limit of work boundaries. If they cannot be located, then to place new ones per the original.
And you guys will get me a plan that,
I can take a look at
and where they are. Perfect.
Yeah, and then just the erosion controls during construction. And I think it's required by the town for the,
maintain the erosion control line.
yeah, and the track pad during construction,
Right.
so that the debris doesn't get into the road during construction.
Erosion controls and a track pad.
Yeah, yeah, just because it also is a wetland, so we don't want stuff
Oh, yeah, sure.
getting into the storm drain system and.
Any storm drain system, not just this one. Certainly, so I'll add the tracking pad
Yep,
on there. I can check about the trees and put that on the plan. That's not a big deal for me. And I can put where the approved work limit line was in the past, show those monuments. And I
Yep.
can confirm if they're still
yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Weren't
Sure,
they
they're still there if he put them in after he cleared it. then
Concrete, so.
I'm sure that if they were there.
access, he still had used?
Unusual.
Oh, yeah,
They're
Honestly.
only this long,
Doing the roads outside the work limit line.
so I don't even.
we might,
Get involved on that.
I'm listening to you.
A motion to issue a -3 determination with the following condition: locate the permanent work line, install silt fence for erosion control, the trees, a tracking pad at the front of the property, and the trees to be planted per the covenants.
They're a silt fence you prefer, the wattles, the silt fence, combination, both, one or the other?
I think a regular old silt fence
just
is
regular
fine on
silt
that.
fence is fine and back there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Second.
All those in favor?
There's a limbo,
No, nobody did.
limbo.
Sure they didn't say that? I think they.
All right.
So they, do we have to sign it, Alex?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that first real quick here.
Just basically an approval, they can count their days. Is there an appeal period?
Only if you want to appeal the decision.
No, I didn't.
I know.
Yeah, if there was an appeal period, so.
No, and then as long
I
as,
get home, how did it go?
as long as everything goes by the building department and.
I'll certainly
And then.
Update
you're-
the plan, I'll put the silt fence detail on
Okay.
there. I'll note the tracking pad and. We can get it.
Yeah, and I'll update your OpenGov permit and then see what I can find for old plans if that'll
You must have
find the
this
monuments.
information.
Yep.
You've been emailing with her, I'm sure.
Yep.
to, shoot it over to me.
Right.
All right, excellent. Appreciate it.
Thank you. There should be a full subdivision plan. I think
Yeah.
it's actually filed with my deed, the whole, I can find it. If you can't find it, I can find
I've
it.
seen those files around. I
I know we have.
think you did it in sections, so, because there's a few different Hidden Ponds folders that are pretty big, so.
Because the first one was for the subdivision as a whole, and then each house had to come with an NOI for each house. That's how they made it.
How high are those monuments in the ground? Foot? When you sink them
They're
into the
bigger,
ground? Are
they're
they
bigger than
taller?
a foot out. I mean, the ones in my yard are taller than a foot.
Pretty big, I've seen them.
Yeah, they're like a foot and a half, I think. The white concrete.
Yep, I don't even know that they either gotta be ground level or up to 6 to 12 inches.
I don't know, I just know that the ones in my yard are huge.
We do a, site visit for that, not for an RDA, right?
And in this one, all their work is outside of the buffer, so,
It just seemed very vague,
right. It's because they're outside of the buffer, so they weren't like
super specific.
bringing a whole bunch of foundational info.
Yeah, I know that area very well. And
Yeah.
there's a little bit of wet, so it's way in the back.
Yeah, they're going nowhere near where the water is on that side of the
We don't
road.
want, what was her name that lived across? You know, where it dropped down and the water would
Oh,
run?
that's below,
What's her name?
that was
that
behind
Mary?
the detention basin, I don't remember. That's right, the property right behind the detention basin that has
The
the
woman who
easement
always,
for the
she was like
town.
90, she'd be 95 now. She was always out there waiting for us.
Well, because the town,
Oh, Mrs. Scanlon or Mrs.,
the town has an easement.
Right, it goes all the way on the border as you
Yes.
enter your part.
I know,
Go- And then we'll come over this way.
Because there's like
She'd
something back
always-
there that the town has to have access
I know
to.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
God,
Cannot
Every
think
time
of
Al
it.
came before us, we'd have a message.
yeah, she'd be out there in the rain. Happy days.
See that? We upkeep the basin, so, you know.
All right, other business.
See you on the 22nd.
Planning and Community Development Department staff report. What do you got?
22nd, see you then.
I'll see you on the 22nd.
See you on the 22nd.
I will not be at that meeting.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Looking for an
Close it.
adjournment.
Entertain a motion.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn at
6:30.
6:31 PM.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're not.